Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Head of Passenger Car Brands FCA, Tim Kaniskis.
Good morning, and thank you for being with us here today. What a great reminder that video was as we kick off another new year. The moments that matter are the moments that have real meaning because they create real memories. And while I'm generally not someone who gets too sentimental, walk around the FCA stand today and you'll see vehicles that can create memories in 1,000 different ways. Some were designed to deliver unforgettable drives. Others were built to take you to unforgettable places. But there's one vehicle that was designed to serve simply as a stage, a place where the passengers create all the memories themselves. I'm talking about a segment invented by Chrysler more than 30 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present back on the stage at Cobo Hall the one and only, the original, the 1984 minivan. Seriously, this vehicle arrived and immediately addressed one of the biggest unfulfilled needs in the industry. Straightforward family practicality, straight up, no nonsense family function. It was all business with some wood grain slapped on the side. It was the mid-'80s, and Chrysler set the gold standard for families on the go. Well, some people bronze their baby shoes. This is our baby, so we have every right to be proud because it shaped the history of our industry, and it created a stage that served up memories for generations of families. The minivan answered America's need for a car that could provide comfortable, safe, efficient, versatile seating for up to 7 people. We couldn't build them fast enough, and for good reason. They just made sense. We created the segment, and as a company, we've sold more than 14 million minivans. We know this customer, and we know what they want. So we have continued to evolve to lead the market with game-changing innovations, like dual sliding doors, dual power sliding doors, power liftgate, and of course, stow and go. We were the only ones with a vision to create a minivan that could quickly absorb both rows of seats, creating a flat load floor that didn't require removing anything. When it came to innovation, the interior of this box redefined thinking outside of one. But we don't have to boast about our minivan because you've already done that for us. With more than 120 industry accolades, it's the most awarded vehicle in the segment, including multiple J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards, a better IQS score than Honda or Toyota for 3 years running, and holding the IHS Award for Owner Loyalty for the last 14 straight years. So when it came time to design the next generation minivan, we went to our 6 million current owners and asked them what they needed and what they wanted in their next family vehicle. What they told us was despite available alternatives like SUVs and crossovers, the minivan is still the best tool to help manage the chaotic life of being a parent. But like everything else, their needs have changed. Today, parents require a car that brings order to their daily chaos, a car that puts the family first, but without sacrificing their personal need for style and connectivity. So as the inventors of the minivan, we came to a decision. We owed our customers and the people who've never owned a Chrysler product something designed for their evolving tastes and expectations. Clearly, it was time to reinvent the minivan. Leveraging everything that we know about this segment and this customer, it was time to take the segment innovation that we're known for to the next level. In the last 30 years, we've launched 78 minivan firsts. Today, with our 2017 introduction, we're adding 37 new innovations to that list. Now, not too long ago, that would have been enough to get everyone's attention. But we live in an age of market disruption, an age when leading brands are taking decisive and dramatic actions to redefine themselves. Change so dramatic that it changes a consumer's mental image of the product or segment itself. Step outside our industry for a second, and it becomes obvious. When someone asks you, what time is it? You look at your phone. When you think of coffee, your mind sees Starbucks, not a can of Folgers. When you want to watch a movie, your mind sees Netflix, not Blockbuster. Even the mental image of the American family has changed. And just like these brands, we're about to dramatically change the mental image created when you hear the word minivan. Forget everything you know about minivans and say hello to a new mode of transport altogether reinvented. Purposeful and practical, but also confident, strong, and intelligent. Everything today's families deserve with no compromises. Ladies and gentlemen, this is more than an all-new Chrysler minivan. This is the future of the Chrysler brand. This is the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. Please welcome the new benchmark for minivans. We did more than just listen to our customers. The all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica delivers on everything our owners said they needed, wanted, and more. So let's take a minute to unbox the innovations you'll find in the new Pacifica. From any angle, it's easy to see that Pacifica makes a bold styling statement. This may be the first minivan you drive where the kids will let you pick them up in front of the movie theater, while offering an unprecedented level of functionality, versatility, technology, efficiency, and comfortable seating for eight adult people. Of course, a design this radical is only possible when you start from scratch. The Pacifica is all new. All new means everything has been rethought from the ground up. It means Pacifica began with an all-new architecture that let us design the most advanced minivan ever. After all, exceeding the wants and needs of the modern family is how Chrysler dominated the market in the first place. And because we started from scratch, we could consider every component and choose the best material for each one. As a result, overall mass has been reduced by about 250 pounds. We now have best-in-class torsional rigidity, nearly twice as stiff as the previous generation. We've added an independent rear suspension to achieve class-leading ride and handling, and our engineers have wrapped Pacifica in layers of what equates to sound insulation, an acoustic windshield, side glass, underbody panels, and active noise cancellation, all of which combine to eliminate outside noise, vibration, and harshness, giving Pacifica the quietest interior in the segment. Add the next generation 3.6-liter V6 with a 9-speed transmission, and you get the best riding, best handling, quietest minivan in the segment that also delivers an expected 28 miles per gallon. Now, moving from the bones of the architecture outward to the beautiful new exterior design, Ralph and his team were determined to prove that function and fashion can coexist by creating the most stylish, no-compromise passenger vehicle imaginable. The result is something that we feel stretches the boundaries of people mover design. The dual sliding doors say minivan, but the 200 sedan-inspired front end, industry-leading aerodynamics, long, low, wide athletic stance, and aggressive 20-inch wheels say anything but. Of course, anyone will tell you that when it comes to minivan, while appearances are important, it's what's on the inside that counts. And Pacifica owners will be the envy of all road warriors. Now, there's no way I could possibly cover all the interior innovations in the new Pacifica in the amount of time we have here today. But let me give you an idea of just how significant a leap forward we're talking here. This is not new colors and trims. This is significant and substantial change in innovation. Things like the industry's first hands-free power liftgate and hands-free power sliding doors. New easy tilt seats that allow access to the third row, without removing a child seat. A new and improved stow-and-go system with one-touch access and improved comfort. A built-in professional-grade vacuum with retractable hose, 8-passenger seating, and a triple-pane full-length sunroof. There's even a built-in Uconnect theater system with 20-speaker Harman Kardon surround sound, an 8.4-inch touchscreen in the first row, and dual 10.1-inch touchscreens in the second row. This integrated system can play content via Bluetooth, wireless streaming, HDMI, USB video, or the built-in Blu-ray player. And we even include a menu of kid-friendly games and features, including one to answer the eternal question.
Are we there yet?
Yes, it's an animated navigation trip tracker that even young children can easily use. Of course, passenger safety is essential to every minivan buyer, and we're leading the way with over 100 safety and security features. In addition to the standard 8 airbags, anti-lock brakes, traction control, and stability control, the new Pacifica is nearly semi-autonomous. With passive entry, it can unlock itself. With the new surround view cameras, it can actually see itself. With park assist, it can parallel or perpendicular park itself. With lane keep mitigation, it can stay in its own lane. And with adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, and the new camera systems, it can even stop itself. The most awarded minivan ever is now also the most powerful and fuel efficient, with more safety features than any competitor, and has the quietest interior with the most advanced entertainment system ever offered. Look, when you're out to maintain your position at the top of the hill, it takes an approach that doesn't settle for anything but the best. And when you're the most awarded vehicle in the entire category, you don't settle for anything but more. And when you invent a segment, you definitely don't stop innovating. And while it's true that 30 years ago we did something that nobody saw coming, today with Pacifica, we bring you a vehicle that you don't hear coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. The 2017 Pacifica has everything our customers have asked for. 8-passenger seating or 80 miles per gallon. The world's first, the world's only 80-mile-per-gallon hybrid minivan. This minivan takes the stage in a class all its own, literally, and quadruples the mileage of the original. Chrysler is proud to launch the most versatile and functional hybrid in the market. It includes the innovations we just reviewed, but it's configured as a hassle-free hybrid. Owners will be able to accomplish most of their daily errands without the gas engine ever kicking in, thanks to our 30-mile electric range. But it seamlessly changes from full battery mode to gas mode when needed. That's why Pacifica Hybrid is equipped with our 3.6-liter Pentastar gas engine, which sends power directly to the wheels, just like the regular models, so that it delivers an expected 530-mile gas and electric range without stopping. Our battery setup is unique too. In other hybrids, the cargo area is often robbed by the battery pack. We put Pacifica batteries where the second row stow-and-go tubs are. Then we gave the hybrid incredibly comfortable but easy to remove second row seats so that the flat, spacious load floor is still possible. Again, for a vehicle built on no compromises, we couldn't compromise on interior capability. The 2017 Pacifica will be in dealer showrooms this spring, and the Pacifica Hybrid later this year. With an all-new architecture, new level of convenience, safety, connectivity, entertainment, cargo and passenger space unmatched by the competition, all wrapped in a stylish design that will bring pride of ownership to the minivan segment. A no-compromise offering, 8-passenger seating, or 80 miles per gallon, only from Chrysler. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold a moment for press photography.
All right, really exciting stuff there. And to discuss what we've just found out there from Chrysler, we've got Greg Migliori from Autoblog. What's your takeaway from the announcement?
Well, I think this is a really robust vehicle for Chrysler. This is definitely one of their bread and butter products, and I think it's ambitious. They're coming out with a totally new design. It kind of moves away from a little bit of the traditional vehicle. It's a little more, I'd say, even blockier than some of the ones we saw even back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I think it's aggressive. In going with the Pacifica name, that's an ambitious move because, I mean, when I think of the Chrysler Pacifica, it's not necessarily a good thing, but I think what they're going for is that sophisticated kind of West Coast sound, and I think they're going to pull it off.
All right. I think the big bombshell in that announcement, obviously, was the hybrid announcement. I mean, some people have said around here that that could be the biggest announcement of this year's show. Not necessarily the most exciting, we're talking about minivans, but it's going to mean a lot for families out there.
Well, I think the way you use a minivan is there's a lot of stop and go, sort of fits and starts. Driving, you drop the kids off at soccer practice, you go to the market, and a plug-in hybrid really fits that lifestyle. I mean, some of the numbers here, 30 miles on a charge, that's killer. And then the overall is 80 mpge. You're going to go a long way without filling up.
Well, combined, I think, what was the quote there, 530 miles gas and electric range. So that is, you're not making many stops at the gas station at that point, are you?
It works out nice there, too, because there's plenty of, capacity for city driving. That's good. But if you want to take the vehicle up north to your family's place, whatever you might have a need to do, the Pacifica sounds like it's up for it.
All right. One of the things that I was kind of excited about, I mean, obviously you've got the kids in the back, you're heading to soccer or whatever. Mums are going to be able to keep them entertained now. There's a whole lot of screen real estate in the back of the Pacifica.
And not only with the screens as far as watching DVDs and their movies and their shows, it's interactive because they're all touch screens, and you can get the navigation on it too, where it's child's play. I mean, they can literally say, instead of saying, "Are we there yet?" they can just touch the screen and figure it out on their own.
Yeah. Another thing that I really enjoyed too, I don't know if you guys noticed, and I'm not sure if that was something that they've had in the past, but you see the way the seats actually fold down into the floor.
Sure.
So you don't have to pull them out, you don't have to unbolt them, get them out, you just fold them down into the floor. It's pretty cool stuff.
Stow and go. I think it's one of their, again, bread and butter technologies, and they actually made it better this year. So it's even easier to use, and it's a little more compact, and the packaging's better.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your take on the look of it? You like the looks of it?
It's a minivan, but I think they did the best they could. There's some strong lines, nice use of the chrome. And the front end really has that Chrysler design language, which I think right now is pretty sophisticated.
It's definitely very lower, sleeker, doesn't look like your typical minivan. I think it looks almost more like just either an extended hatchback or like an oversized station wagon.
Right. I do know when they mentioned 20-inch wheels on the side there, just straight away jumped, 20 inches? Nice.
Well, it helps.
Absolutely.
It helps fill that gap. It almost it kind of makes all of the structure and the composition of the vehicle kind of come together and not so blocky and tiny wheels. It actually fills all of the wheel space, so that's pretty good. And I definitely like the fact that it's got IRS, independent rear suspension. That means that it's going to be a super comfortable ride for everybody involved.
Right. As always, Jess, always about the handling.